ईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ ईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
Sai Ram, loving Sai Ram to all of you, and we're starting this session a little late today. Sorry for the inconvenience. So, to introduce Brother Anush Mohan, he is a Balvikas alumnus turned guru from the Bandra Car Santa Cruz Samiti. He loves theatre and working with children and youth. He's an active member of the youth group of the Sri Satya Sai Seva organization. He works in the HR department of Larsen and Toubro, where he is a managerial skills trainer and learning facilitator. Prior to L&T, Anush was an assistant professor in BMS at RD National College, Bandra, and he is an MBA from the Sri Satya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, Prashanti. So welcome, Anush. Over to you. Thank you.
Sai Ram, everyone, and my apologies to all of you for being so late. I'm traveling actually, and it got held up en route. So I'm really sorry for that, and we'll try to make it up in the best way possible. So my pranams at Bhagwan's lotus feet, and loving Sai Rams to all of you. If it's possible, can we have all the children please keep their cameras on? Vasudha, Sai Ram, others, please turn on your cameras. Because I'm not going to have a presentation. I'm definitely bored of presentations. What about y'all? You like presentations? Amay, Anagha, Darshit, Aditi, Kripa, Sai Nikita.
Children, this is an interactive session, so please speak up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, please speak up. We want to hear you.
Achha, what is the session on, by the way? Who can tell me?
I'll put it in the group. I don't know how many have read it. So, We aren't able to unmute ourselves, she says.
Okay, okay.
Oh, I'll have to tell.
Uh,
I'll have to tell. I'll do that. I'll tell Naveen.
yeah. Yeah, Naveen says that you all can try now.
Sairam Priya.
Hi, Ram. Others, please turn on your cameras. Let's keep this interactive. Yeah, hope everybody can see the. Okay. So great. Fine. So now that you all can unmute yourselves, what is today's session on? Great. So thank you so much, Vasudha. You say it's through happiness, through positivity, optimism, positivity, and equanimity, right? So one of the things, right, when Brahma was making, when Brahma was creating all the living things, right? So first, the planets came into existence, planets, stars, the entire cosmos came into existence, and then, the mountains and seas and nature came into existence. Finally, the living things started coming, right? So as the living things started coming, Brahmaji started giving each being a task, right? So each being was given a task. The donkey was told that, dog was told that you will guard the, you will be the guard, and donkeys were told that you will lift heavy loads. Cows were told that you will feed the population, etc., etc. There were so many tasks given. Finally, when man came, man was given the toughest task. What was man's task given? So God is like a roadies judge, no? सबको task देते हैं. इंसान को क्या task दिया? Brahma ji just gave 2 words. He said, be be. Right? All that he said was, be happy. So then man started thinking, no? Man started thinking, okay, be happy. It's so simple, no? To be happy. So what did man do to be happy? He thought, so what should I do to be happy? So what should we do to be happy? So let's start here. Amay, Anaka, all of you. What makes you happy? Please unmute yourselves, turn on your cameras. I'm saying please, but it's not a request. Turn on your cameras, everyone. Yeah. Thank you, Amay. Thank you, Aditi. Thank you, Saishwari. So tell me, what makes you happy? What do you need to be happy?
To be with our loved ones.
To be with our loved ones. So who are your loved ones, Saishwari?
My family, my parents.
Parents, maybe your siblings, maybe grandparents,
Yes.
then cousins. Okay. What else?
Baking makes me happy.
Baking. Yes. I don't know if it gives you happiness, but when others bake for me, I get a lot of happiness.
When I finish everything that I have set out to do for the day.
When you finish everything you have set out to do.
Which is pretty rare, but yeah, does make me.
What else?
After achieving success.
After achieving success. So man also was thinking like Amay, no? Man also thought, or like Saishwari or like Vasudha. Man also thought, and when I say man, I mean humanity. Okay. So people started thinking, once I achieve success, no, then I will be happy. Once I bake this batch of aromatic cinnamon cookies, then I will be happy. Once I'm surrounded by all my loved ones, no, all my siblings and parents and grandparents and everybody is around me, then I will be happy. So was man happy? So then man went back to Brahma and said, Brahmaji, this is not fair. You gave donkey the work of lifting stuff. Donkey doesn't even have to lift stuff, it just stands there. I put the things on the donkey's back and the donkey is going. You gave the dog this thing of guarding things. Dog is just sitting there, bow bow it does, the thief runs away. So easy. You gave the cow the job of feeding. The milk is getting produced automatically. Me only you gave. Now I'm not able to do things. Once I get something, once I achieve success, 10th class khatam kiya, parents said 12th class karo. 12th class khatam kiya, bolo engineering ka exam likho, medical ka exam likho, law ka exam likho. Engineering khatam kiya, फिर बोलते हैं job के लिए जाओ. Job के लिए गए तो फिर बोलते हैं MBA करो. MBA के बाद फिर से job करो. Job के बाद शादी करो. Then they say if you do this you will become happy, if you do this you will become happy, if you do that you will become happy. I am not able to become happy. At that time God laughed and said, but I never told you to become happy. What did I tell you?
To be happy, not to
Be
become.
happy, right? Do we understand the difference between being and becoming? What is the difference between being and becoming?
Becoming might be of forcing yourself, transformation or something like that. But being will be to come from inside, no?
Being comes from inside, becoming can be forced. What else? In terms of time, where is being, where is becoming?
Becoming will take time, being is there.
Now,
there.
being is right now, right here, right? Becoming is बाद में देखा जाएगा, है ना? If you are hungry now, will you eat after 2 days? अब भूख लगी तो अब मिटाओगे, correct? It's like that. It is now. Or do you eat today and say, so that I don't feel hungry after 1 week? Nahin, na? So all of life, what have we been doing? We have been running. You know? You've seen what sometimes people do, no? In the olden days, what they used to do is, एक डंडे के ऊपर they would tie this carrot, and they would sit on this horse or a mule, and what would the horse do? Right? It would try to grab. So as it tried to grab the carrot, it would move in front. But the carrot would also move in front, and it would move in front, it would move in front. Right? We end up like that. Only thing is, this carrot keeps changing. And now it became 10th standard, 10th standard became 12th standard, 12th standard became this thing, engineering, medical, law, one after the other. So God is saying, don't wait for the carrot to be, don't wait to reach the carrot to be happy. Be happy. I am 35, but still one of my favorite songs is what we'll all learned. I'm sure many of you learned in this thing, in KG. The time to be happy is now. The place to be happy is here. Right? So that is God's secret to be happy. Right? But then man said, it's easy for you to say, you are sitting in heaven, nothing to do. You just watch, people are making mistakes, so much entertainment for you. Right? People are fighting wars over small things. You are having fun. What about us? Right? So what is making us unhappy? What is stopping us from being happy? Chalo, tell me. Hare Krishna, what is stopping us from being happy?
Chasing materialistic things.
Chasing. अरे chase कर रहे हैं, मजा आता है ना. Materialistic thing मिलेगा तो मजा आएगा. What is stopping us from being happy?
No, but we're never satisfied, no?
We are not satisfied.
It is temporary happiness.
It is temporary happiness. Okay. What else?
Humans have unlimited wants. So
Humans have unlimited wants.
even if we get one thing, we continue to go towards the next new big shiny thing. We're never happy with that.
That is called the 99 Club. Anybody knows what is the 99 Club? Anybody has heard of it? So many years ago, there was a poor farmer, but a very, very good-hearted person, very nice person, very, very good-hearted, always helping, always doing nice stuff for people. And very happy, poor, but very happy. Okay, so once it happened that the local Raja was passing by, and he saw that this, he was very thirsty and seemed to be lost. So this farmer welcomed him, found him, welcomed him, made him sit, gave him some food, and it was very simple food, but the king felt this was the best meal he had ever had and took such good care of him. The king felt more comfortable than he had ever been in the palace. And the king was wondering, what is it that made me so comfortable? And he asked the farmer, how is it that your food is so good? How is it that you're so comfortable? The farmer said, I don't know, sir. I don't know. I just serve with love. And, I don't feel that, what I'm offering is less or something. I'm content with what I have. So the king is thinking all the time that I have so much, like if I just raise an eyebrow, 4 servants are there to do something for me. If I just look in the direction of the table, people will come with, all the most delicious meals, most filling meals. But I am not so happy. And he's thinking and thinking and thinking. By this time, his minister and the others come. They say, oh, here you are. They go back. And he's talking to his minister about this farmer. He's so moved. And he says, how is this man happy? And the minister says, Maharaj, I will show you. So what does the minister do? The minister next day comes with 10 pots of gold. Each pot has 100 gold coins. Okay, and he comes and says, Maharaj is very happy. Please take this. The farmer says, no, I don't want. He says, no, please take this. Maharaj will be upset. Now you can't make the Maharaj angry, So he accepts. And the minister says, please count, There should be enough. Now he counts. Each pot has, the 9 pots have 100 coins. The 10th pot has 99 coins. Now this farmer thinks, arey yaar, if only I had, if the 10th pot also had 100 coins, kitna perfect rehta, kitna acha rehta. Okay, let me do one thing. I will start saving whatever little, I will convert it to a gold coin, so ye 99 ka 100 ho jayega. Right? So he starts. It's very difficult for him to make that gold coins. He earns a few pieces of copper, a few pieces of silver. Finally, when he's able to make that, convert it to a gold coin, so he starts cutting down things. He starts neglecting the needs of his family. He starts turning people away because he thinks, "Arey yaar, inke khane pe kharch kiya to mera gold coin nahi banega." Unfortunately, that last pot had some jadoo tona. No matter what he did, the number stayed 99. A few months later, the king and the minister come back and this farmer is miserable, so unhappy, so irritated, so rude, fighting with people. And the minister says, see, the farmer had it, he never had the desire for more. But this 99, all of us are in the 99 club. This farmer got added to the 99 club. He didn't see that there were 9 pots of 100 coins. This pot had 99 coins. मतलब 0.01 का फर्क है. He wasn't happy with 999 coins. What did he want? He was only focused on that 1 coin. Right? So we are all in that. We always want more. Jo hai, we want more. Right? What else? What else keeps us from being happy?
Caring about what others think.
Caring about what others think. Perfect.
Wanting to please everyone.
Make everybody happy, How many of us have that issue? How many of us want to make everybody happy?
I was like that, but then now I realize that it's not possible. People are going to not be happy with you no matter what you do. Even if you move mountains.
Even if you move mountains. Does it happen in some of our homes that, especially where mummy is cooking, you say you want pasta for dinner and then, someone else says, nahi, aaj mera uppas hai, mere ko dosa chahiye. Someone else says, I don't like all this pasta and all that. And dosa se mera pet nahi bharega. I want proper sambar rice with 1 dry curry, 1 this curry. There is a 4th person who says that nahi, rice and wheat are not good. I will have something healthy. I'll have pulses or I'll have some protein-rich stuff. And your mummy ends up making all these things, right? क्योंकि बेटे को भी खुश रखना है, बेटी को भी खुश रखना है, सासू माँ को भी खुश रखना है, हस्बैंड को भी खुश रखना है, सबको खुश रखना है. Are we also like this sometimes? Trying to make everybody happy. Yeah. What else?
Overthinking. Making.
Overthinking. Hey, Vasudha is the only participant, yeah?
No.
Others also, bolo. What else stops us from being happy? Hari Krishna, what stops you from being happy? You're looking at me so seriously. Unmute yourself. You're on mute, ma'am.
For me, sometimes it's like in exams trying to get that marks to make my parents happy, and getting low marks makes me unhappy.
Exam time. तो एग्जाम के बाद होता है ना, वो एग्जाम के पहले भी हैप्पी, तो एग्जाम तक, एग्जाम लिखने तक हैप्पी हैं, और बिफोर एग्जाम आल्सो वी आर अनहैप्पी.
Unhappy.
क्यों?
Preparation.
Preparation. And we've already decided ना यार, I don't think I'll get those marks. Marks आए नहीं है, कुछ हुआ नहीं है, but you think I don't think so यार, नहीं होगा. Yeah. Then so this is called pessimism, no? Have you heard of this word, pessimism? There is also यार क्या फायदा ये सब करके? What use? Arjuna asks Krishna, tatakim, tatakim, tatakim. What use of what use of what use? Right, of course, he asks it in a very different context. We say, पढ़ने से क्या फायदा? ये करने से क्या फायदा? बाल विकास अटेंड करने से क्या फायदा? Anyway, things are not going to work out. How many of us have this? कुछ होने नहीं वाला है. I don't know if you all still use this word, but in my time there was one word that people use. कौन पढ़ के बोल सकता है?
Pakao.
Pakao. How many of you use this word nowadays? Yes, Vasudha. Okay, Vasudha is saying yes. ये पकाओ है. We feel everything is pakao. Boring, useless, pointless.
When the teacher gives me some work, I'm like, oh God, what pakao work? Useless. Something like that.
है ना? So we feel everything is pakao. Right? So that is the first barrier to our being happy. The moment we say that is useless, nothing is going to come out of it. Nothing good is ever going to happen. We are creating that, right? If nothing good is going to happen, what are you going to work for? Tell me. There's nothing to work for, right? So the first thing we have to realize to be happy is to be optimistic. The greatest optimist I've seen is Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Okay. He has taken 10 janmas, 10 avatars to tell people, love all, serve all, help ever, hurt never, be good, do good, see good. Right? Despite that, there is a war happening here, there is corruption happening there. Children are getting assaulted and molested everywhere. And it's not happening only now, no, it has been happening throughout the ages. Tabhi there was one Ravan, tabhi there was one Hiranyakashipu. Tabhi there was a Kamsa and a Duryodhana. Abhi there are Kamsas and Duryodanas and Ravanas and Hiranyakashipus. Right? And then there are some 50%, 60%, 20% Ravanas like us. Did Bhagwan say, यार ये धरती पे सब पकाओ चल रहा है, मेरे को नहीं लेने का होता, डायरेक्ट एंड करते हैं सब कुछ. शिव जी कम, ब्रह्मा जी ने काम किया, शिव जी आप आ जाओ, बोला कभी भगवान ने? What did Bhagwan say? So let me see. First I will eliminate all the asuras. वो काम नहीं हुआ. Then Bhagwan came as Parashurama. He said all these kings and all, no, they're misusing their power. So let me remove the kings. फिर भी कुछ नहीं हुआ. Then Bhagwan said that ठीक है, let me bring peace between different countries. No, so India, Lanka, Bharat, Lanka, and all that. Then Bharat, Kishkinda, Lanka, peace pact, sab sign hua. Everybody was happy. Did it happen? Bhagwan said, no problem, I'll come back as Krishna, no? Within the family, there are fights. So brothers ko main ek kar deta hu. That also didn't work. Then he said, okay, fine, I will come as Buddha. I will teach people. Still didn't happen. Then he came as Shirdi Sai, then he came as Satya Sai. He said, don't worry, I will come again. If Bhagwan felt humanity was pakka, would he come? Once it so happened that, Bhagwan was talking about one of his projects. Okay, and the project needed a lot of money, and people were thinking where to get this money from. And including all the VIPs started checking their pockets. They looked at their wives. The wives were willing to even remove their jewelry and all that. One of the VIPs told Swami that, Swami, see this, this is very difficult, and ye wo vagera vagera. Bhagwan said, I will sell this thing. I will sell all this property, but this project should happen. Then, that devotee said, no, Swami, it will be very difficult to sell this property. People will not buy this thing. Swami said, wait. And he asked one boy to bring something from inside. Okay, one tray. So the boy brought out a tray. That tray was covered. And when they opened that tray, the exact amount that was needed, a few lakhs, was there on that tray. Swami said, don't pollute my sankalpa with your negativity. So that is the first thing. If we start with the optimism that things will work out, if we start with the optimism that things will be fine, end mein sabka kya hota hai? Economic students will know this answer. In the long term, John Maynard Keynes said, in the long run, everybody dies. And I suppose I'm this time, yaar, kya fayda, end mein to marna hi hai. I'll not even feel like getting out of bed. The reason we get out of bed, the reason we do something is we have some optimism about what we are doing. We feel that what we do, we are achieving something, either for ourselves or for others. Right? So can we do that? Can we wake up every morning and say, what I am doing is going to make a difference? My favorite word. For many reasons. MAD also stands for music, art, and drama. Some of my favorite things. MAD also stands for make a difference. So have that faith in yourself that I am going to make a difference. Whatever I do is going to make a difference. Right? Suppose Devi auntie had called me and I said, "Kya fayda auntie? Bacche seekhne nahi wale. Only 23 of them are going to be here. 22 of them are going to be here. No point, auntie. Chutti de do unko." You all would be happy. But if we feel that, actually my plans changed in the last minute. I was supposed to leave at 3 p.m. from Mumbai, but I had to leave in the morning itself. Right? But we felt that something will be achieved. What I'm going to share with you all will achieve something. Right? So first tell yourself what I'm going to do today, what I'm going to do now. I am making a difference, no matter how small it is. I'm going to the market to buy something. I'll go to the next door shop to buy something. I am making a difference for my mother. I am studying quietly. I am making a difference for myself, for my family members. Right? I am making a difference. Whatever I do, I'm making a difference. Right? The next thing we're going to talk about is positivity. Now, does anybody think that positive and being optimistic are the same thing?
It's similar, but I don't think it's.
So we normally use it in very similar things when we say be positive and all that. But what we are talking about here are the values. This is our sight, how we look at the world around us. This is how we behave with the world. दुनिया हमको कैसे लगती है और हम दुनिया के साथ कैसे बर्ताव करते हैं. So what are some of the values that will help us be happy?
Everything that Baba says, love all, serve all.
ये broad answers नहीं देने का, specific answers दो. What are some of the values you practice to be happy? Chalo, let me make it more personal.
I make sure to harm no one. Thoughts, actions, deeds.
Harm no one. That's such a beautiful thought, especially in these times. What else? बाकी सब लोग किधर है रे?
Plant-based diet, so no harming animals.
No harming animals in any way.
Yeah.
What else? What else? What else?
Just helping people whenever I can, but also
Help
making sure
others.
advantage of me. That is also
What
very
else?
important.
There's so many, right? Help others. Helpful. No harm. Ahimsa, what we call. Right? Satya. How can we be happy with Satya? सच बोलते हैं तो मार खाते हैं. How can we be happy after मार खाने के बाद?
When we lie, no, we'll have to make 10 lies to cover
हाँ,
that.
तो याद रखना पड़ता है ना किसको क्या झूठ बोला.
Mental
तो कब
power.
बोला. इतना.
We
So
will
much
be satisfied when we will say truth.
When we say the truth, we'll be satisfied. What else?
Also, eventually, when the lie comes out, you'll get
When the
scolded.
lie comes out, the impact is even more, na?
You'll be like, oh, you lied also, you did that also nicely. You'll get that from it's.
What else?
There's also a guilt feeling when we lie.
Yeah, you're always running with that guilt, right?
Yeah.
Not peaceful. It's not at all peaceful. What else? Apart from Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema, Ahimsa, what else? I'll tell you my own experience, right? It was something very strong for me, and it changed the way I look at the world. It changed the way I used to teach in a college, like Devi Aunty said. And I used to leave for office at my class used to start at 7:20. And no matter what time I left, I would always get stuck for 10 minutes behind the garbage truck. It just depended on where that point was. Because if, let's say, this was my home, this was the college, I would take this route, right? If I left late, the garbage truck would be here. If I left early, the garbage truck would be here. If I left in between, the garbage truck would be here. No matter when I left, I would be stuck behind the garbage truck, right? And and wherever I went, I would get the smell. It would always make me very, very irritated. Until it just happened once that, my little nephew was 3 years old then. And he showed me a garbage truck, right? It was a cousin's wedding. And he showed me a garbage truck, and very proudly he said, G for garbage truck. And I would always think in my mind, G for gratitude. Okay. So then it just struck me, garbage truck, gratitude. And it hit me like, it hit me like a truck literally. Saying that if these people didn't do their job in the morning, what would our streets be like? What would our life be like? What would our health be like? So the garbage truck to me became a reminder to be thankful to these people. That slowly stretched. So every day, even today, now when I've changed my job, but still I get a garbage truck on the way. That is Swami's way of keeping my sadhana. But every time I see a truck, now it has become automatic. I say a prayer of thanks to God for everything that is there in my life. Right? So gratitude again is a very, very powerful value, powerful quality. Just approach. One day try this exercise of gratitude. Just start your day with thanks. As you proceed, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Then itna acha niklega na aapka. It will become, this attitude of gratitude will become addictive. It's a good, some addictions are good to have, okay? Gratitude, helping others, smiling. These are good addictions. Okay? Devotion to God, God intoxication. What else? So there's gratitude, confidence. This is the biggest challenge. Why are we not happy before an exam? Lack of this. So I want you all to have 5 statements, right, that you all say every morning. उठते ही, सोते ही, सोने से पहले, उठने के बाद. 5 sentences I want you all to say. The sentence should start with I am. Okay. Now, what do you want these 5 sentences to be? Do you feel that you will not remember stuff in your exam? So tell yourself, I am smart. Do you feel I am not good enough? I am whole and complete. I'm not saying use these sentences, okay? It may vary for different people. Do you feel that I will not be able to sustain it? Okay. I always had this thought that मेरे से diet नहीं हो पाएगा, खाना देखूंगा तो I will grab and eat. I used to eat junk food left, right, center. I still do eat a lot of junk food, but I am able to control. I am not strong enough. Instead say I am strong. I am beautiful. So I want you all to give me one statement, all of you. Am I starting with you? I am
Smart.
Hey, don't copy. Copyright. Bolo.
I am satisfied.
I am satisfied. So beautiful. Saishwari.
I am a calm person.
I am calm. What else? Sai Nikita.
Could we say something like I have a university that I wish to attend after I give my CAT exam? So could we say like I am a graduate from so and so?
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, I did that. You know, after my MBA, after I did my BCom, there was a very good chance that many people from our batch in Swami's college were not going to get through because there were some disciplinary issues with my batch. I managed to somehow stay within the lines of discipline, but sabko dar tha. So I had put, at that time we used to have one social networking site called Orkut. I don't think you'll have even heard the name, but I had put MBA from SSSU. That time it used to be called Sri Sathya Sai University. And it worked, right? Even before I wrote the entrance exam. So yes, I am a graduate of so and so. So Vasudha, what are you a graduate of? Which college?
I'm doing BAF from Vivek College of Commerce, and I wish to do an MBA from either IIM or XLRI or
Decide karo.
These are my
एक decide करो. You can't do from all three. I have been to IIM Ahmedabad. I know. एक में ही मत जाते.
Okay. IIM Ahmedabad.
अरे वाह.
Thank you.
Good. So after 2 years, you're going to tell me you're going to give me your intro as a junior. Chalo.
Okay, thank you.
In fact, I'll tell you, don't say I am a graduate. Say I am a Vimvian. That's what we call ourselves. You will understand the meaning when you get there. What else? Saishwari. You said you're calm. You said you're calm.
Financial independence or something like that.
I am financially independent. We'll give chance to others. Aditi. I am. Can't hear you, ma'am. Confident. Sai Nikita. Kripa. किधर गए सब लोग? Right? So just give yourself these 5 statements, and once you achieve that, prepare more statements for yourself. So when you're doing this, when you're saying these to yourself, and don't let it just be something temporary. I am happy, I am powerful, I am relaxed. What do we keep saying? I am so stressed. Isn't that what we tell ourselves mostly? This is one of the biggest lies we tell the world. I am so busy. The moment you say, I have time, I make time for family, I make time for things that matter. You call yourself busy, 100% you will find someone who is busier than you. 100% they will find someone who is busier than them. Even on a physical level, Bhagwan used to manage so many things. The trust and all that. The affairs of the trust, everything Bhagwan used to manage. He always had time for his devotees. He always had time for his students. Kaise? Okay. The last point is this is one of the biggest challenges we face today. Equanimity. What does equanimity mean? कौन बोल सकता है? बाल विकास में सीखा है, ग्रुप 3 जो भी किया है, ग्रुप 2 ग्रुप 3 जो भी किया है, बाल विकास में सीखा है. गीता श्लोका chapter 6, but I think it's 16th chapter.
Being calm in a difficult situation.
In a difficult situation,
when you retain your composure.
in a difficult situation,
just life, during life.
In any situation, correct? Being the same. In Sanskrit, it is called, who can tell me the word for equanimity in Sanskrit? भैया एग्जाम नहीं था तो we did not study. Group 2 होता तो we would have studied. Have you heard of this word? Samatvam. Being the same. In Buddhism, there is an even more big word. It is called Tatra Madhya Tatta. Okay. You don't have to remember. Okay. But you don't have to remember such a big word. But Tatra Madhya Tatta means, Madhya means big, middle, right? Madhya ka Madhya ho gaya. Being there in the middle of everything. I don't go in this direction. I don't go in this direction. I don't get pulled. Right? That does not happen. So equanimity is not about, it's not like I don't feel sad when bad things happen, or I don't feel happy when things go my way. Of course we'll feel happy. We are not stones. But we shouldn't let our minds get swayed by it. I'll give you a very simple example of some very stupid people. Okay. This happened to my friends. They got, they had started working and they all got their final semester marks. And what happened was they all passed, they did well and all that. So they decided, Areba, good job. What will we do? Party. Right? They started earning. So they had a party. And unfortunately, what happened was One of the boys was driving home, met with an accident and lost his life. Right? So all the friends who were there in the same party, they went, saw, felt sad. Oh, they said, we are so sad. What do we need to do? We need to get drunk. That night, two more boys met with an accident. They survived, but they met with an accident. Right? What had happened? Extreme joy, extreme grief, both led to the same wrong decision. Because the problem was not in the emotion. Where was the problem? Feeling happy, sad में problem नहीं था.
Because they were at the extreme.
Extreme में भी problem नहीं है.
Rash decisions.
Decisions में problem था. Problem was here, not here. Happiness could have been expressed in some other way. Sorrow could have been expressed in some other way. Anger could be expressed in some other way. Because when we react to the external situation, where is the power? Where is the control? The control is given outside. But when we choose how we act, we retain control. So that is equanimity. Being able to choose how I act in every situation, that is equanimity. Corona आया, class बंद हो गया, I couldn't meet my friends. So what? Those of you who are close to the final year, placements are affected. Now what? Right? Things don't go our way. Exams are postponed. Then what? Yeah, Naveen, got your point. Right? You take control of the situation. Right? There is another word for this, to be able to, no matter what happens, to stay in charge. That is called resilience. Whatever the weather may be like, whatever the wind speed may be, jo bhi ho, you will see the bamboo straight. When the winds are very strong, it will bend, it will come back straight and keep growing, keep growing, keep growing. The oak tree, mighty, strong, but heavy storm, thak. Right? The oak tree is strong, but not resilient. Right? The bamboo is slender, but resilient. Which lasts longer? Which lasts the storm? The bamboo lasts the storm. Right? So this is what hope stands for. अब इसके लिए करना क्या है? What do we do? And I'm going to give you a very simple formula. Right? And this formula is going to be very related to what we also do in the organization. Right? So what are some of the things we do in the organization? And scientifically, it shows that we are happy when we do these things. The first one is seva or service. Do we feel happy when we serve someone? Do we feel happy? Not even go to the organization, when we help someone.
Yes.
कोई stranger चल रहा है, गिर गया, fell down. You know, you're in the station, some stranger fell down in the station. Everybody's trying, oh no, kya hua? You step forward and make them sit, you give them some water to drink. Do you feel happy? The stranger who got help, do they feel happy? The people who notice that you do it, do you think they will be happy? Furthermore, chances are that seeing you do something, they may do a small act, just a small act of kindness to someone else. You had nothing to gain from that situation, but you became happy. The person who got help became happy. The person who saw this also became happy. This is like blood donation. यार एक के साथ तीन लोग खुश होते हैं. Right? And scientifically, it is when you demonstrate kindness, when you demonstrate generosity, when you act out of love, there is a chemical in your brain called oxytocin that gets released. Oxytocin is what makes you feel nice to people. Oxytocin is what creates the bond of love between a mother and child, within family members. This oxytocin gets created in all the people involved in the situation. The doer, the receiver, and the observer. And the moment oxytocin gets released, the beauty of it is you want to do more of, you are more programmed. Your programming changes to do more good to others. So more oxytocin gets released. You do more, you do more, you do more. Right? Which is why one of the opportunities that Bhagwan has given us is seva. Okay. What is the next one? How many of you like to sing? I'm not saying how many of you sing well. I said how many of you like to sing. Bathroom singer ho to bhi chalega, mere jaise. Saishwari, Vasudha, Hari Krishna. So the next one is singing, right? Singing again makes, again, it has an impact on the brain. There's so many people who have been healed through music. So many people have come out of depression through music. Okay. And the third one is study. How many of you like to study? Now this is difficult to understand. No? Kya bhaiya? How can study make study is the only reason I'm not happy. If study nahi hota na, to see I will be smiling all the time. But when you learn something new, do you like it? Something new, something interesting, not necessarily what was in your textbook. When you learn something really nice, even if it is a skill. Recently, I learned how to use chopsticks from a friend. I was super happy. Everything I tried to eat, even pens, I would start holding like chopsticks and keep practicing. Itni khushi. And I'm going to use chopsticks 1 or 2 times in my life. And I'm not a noodles person. Mere ko apna rasam chadam, taik chadam, pasand. Curd rice, rasam rice, pasand. Okay? But we feel happy when we learn new things. Right? We feel happy, even more happy when we're able to learn things that we can apply in our day-to-day life, not just career, even in our personal life. Learn to cook, for example. You will feel so happy, you'll feel so strong, you'll feel so independent. Right? Serve that food to someone, you'll feel even more happy. Again, we have so many avenues to learn, right? Like Bal Vikas, study circle. How many of you are part of a study circle? Bal Vikas to chalo, khatam ho gaya. Group 3 tak. How many of you are part of a study circle or something? There are several opportunities in the organization. And believe you me, one of the best My best experiences with the organization has been in the study circle, because I get to meet and learn from my brothers and sisters who are also so committed to practicing what Swami has taught them. Right? The reason I wanted to bring these up is that they are directly connected with the activities of the organization. तो कहीं देखना भी नहीं है, सेवा कहाँ करना है? Call your Bal Vikas teacher. Now, how do you want to do seva? Do you like working with kids? Help your Bal Vikas guru in taking Bal Vikas. Do you want to go outside? Village seva hai. Right? You love singing. So many opportunities. And when I say singing, I don't just mean bhajan singing. It could be Veda chanting. There's so many opportunities. Study circles, study, I said learning. There are so many opportunities to learn. These are external activities. What else should we do? On a daily basis, there are some more things that we should do. And I will be very brief. First one is sleep. Bhaiya, mummy tells me don't sleep. Aap bol rahe ho sleep. Mummy tells don't sleep until late in the morning. Mummy does. In fact, the previous night, mummy told sleep, sleep, sleep. क्या कर रहे थे हम लोग? PUBG, Instagram. If we avoid this and actually sleep, okay, if we get our typical 8 hours of sleep and then you carry out your day, you will know the difference. Right? The next one is the opposite of sleep. Stretch. How many of you get a good 30 to 45 minutes of exercise each day?
Does
Again,
walking to the station count? Running behind the train?
But you do it in stress, no?
Yeah.
Pakadna, miss nahi hona, miss nahi, pakadna, miss nahi hona. Oh my God, oh my God. You do burn calories. Yes, there is some impact, but when you do it as a leisurely activity, okay, your brain again, all this is scientific, right? Your brain releases something called endorphins. These are again the endorphin is called the happiness hormone. Right? Because I'll tell you the reason why running after a train doesn't count. Because your happiness is depends on whether you caught the train or not finally. You know? It's not on just doing that exercise. What else? Again, socialize kya? Yeah, everybody says don't this thing, you know. Avoid bad company. Swami says avoid bad company. Mummy says सारा time friends के साथ बिताते हो. पूरा time chatting. I'm not talking about that. I am talking about cultivating strong relationships. You may have 1 or 2 friends, few family members. What is the depth of your connection? Are you able to share what's on your mind with them? Are you able to be honest with them? Are they able to be honest with you? Can they share what is on their mind with you? Even listening to someone is a big सेवा. कभी old age home जाओ, just sit with one of the dadas and dadis there, nanas and nanis there. Just listen to what they have to say. Some of them have led such amazing lives, we can't believe it. Some of them have done so much in their life. But just sitting there and listening to what they have to say, sometimes they may just repeat the same thing, sometimes it may be utter nonsense what they say, but you're giving them so much joy. So what I'm saying is, when I say socialize, I'm saying interact with other people, but have meaningful interactions, even if it is with a stranger. Okay. The opposite is also important. Can we just sit by ourselves without our phones, without watching anything? Can we just sit by ourselves in silence? I'm not telling you start meditating and all that. If you can do it, great. But can you just sit in silence? Observe your breath. Just observe, listen to the various sounds around you. Without saying, "Arey yaar, ye kyun ho raha hai? Waise kyun ja raha hai? Oh, that auntie has started fighting with her husband again." And last, and the most beautiful, what should it be?
Surrender.
Perfect. Surrender करने के बाद जो happiness you get, you'll never get anywhere else. Okay? I'll give you a simple thing, right? Simple structure. This is the last point I'm going to make. Let us put all the things we are worried about, let us put it in the circle. Chalo, start, unmute yourselves and tell me, what are all the things that you are worried about? Jaldi, jaldi. We are very worried, no? What is making us anxious?
Right now I have only one worry, and that is not cracking my CAT exam.
Career, chalo. It's on the broader thing, career. I can totally understand, Vasudha. Career, education. What else? How many of us are worried about COVID, fourth wave? Sure, all of us are worried, no? If the fourth wave comes, I'll not be able to come to Lonavala like I am coming right now for work. What else? So I am very worried. I am definitely worried about the war. What else? Don't tell me all of you are nirmuktas, nothing worries me.
Climate change.
Climate change, environment in general. Family. Are we worried about the family or are we worried because of the family? I will leave it to you. What else? Health, maybe. Right? So we are worried about all these things, no, plus some other things. What can we do about these? Can we do something about our health? To some extent, some of the things we can do. What are the things we can do? We can exercise, we can eat well, we can do that, right? What can we do about our career?
Study well.
We can study well, prepare well, do this thing regularly.
Concentration.
Vasudha, are you doing one paper a day?
A week.
One paper a week, chalo, so you can increase the frequency, practice. What can we do about COVID?
Wear masks.
We can practice whatever, social distancing, masking, SMS, right? Sanitization, social distancing, masking. So we can do something, right? There is something, I'm just putting it in a very simple word. We can put in some efforts about everything we are worried about. But can we be exact? Can we determine the exact result of the CAT exam? We have no control over what the others have done. Can we say when, what will happen to COVID, how it will proceed, how it will progress, how it will spread? We cannot. Can we say with guarantee that next year on this day, 17th of April, 2023, I will be in perfect health? We'll do everything, but something may come up. Okay. So whatever we can do within our is called our circle of control. And अपने circle of control को नहीं छोड़ना चाहिए. We will do everything within our circle of control. The reason we feel Swami is not listening to our prayers is this. We are asking him to take care of things within our circle of control. Swami will say Donnapotta. Donnapotta means buffalo, male buffalo. I gave you a brain, I gave you physical strength so that you can do these things. Right? The rest of these things is called the circle of concern. ये बाहर का सर्कल स्वामी का, अंदर का सर्कल अपन का. The moment you say Swami, this is my area, everything else is your area. Will you stop worrying? Will you be unhappy? Will you be anxious? So just remember these 8 things. Once you remember these 8 things, we are making life a lot easier, right? So just for easy remembrance, I have put it as the 8 S. Seva, song, study. Sleep, stretch, socialize, sit, and surrender. So now tell me, is there hope or no? Hope for happiness or not? Very often we feel unhappy because we feel hopeless, helpless, and stop enjoying even what we used to. But the moment we take on this, we start feeling. The moment we bring in optimism in our life, the moment we bring in positivity, the moment we bring equanimity, we say that I can act. The moment we say I can act, kya hota hai? Helplessness goes. And the moment you start moving towards something, hopelessness goes. And the moment you start achieving results, what happens? Apne aap, you start enjoying things. You will find we normally enjoy things we are good at. I am terrible at cricket. I don't like the game cricket. I'm decent at football. I enjoy playing football. Right? So last thing I want to tell you, one small story, and we'll end. It's very similar to the story of Brahmaji that I told. So it was a time for students to leave the for their homes. Leave for their homes and go back, and then the students are feeling that this was their last chance with Swami as a student. So can I so one student asked, Swami, what can we do for you? You have given us so much. What can we do for you? And Swami said, if I tell you, will you do it? They said, Swami, anything you say. All the other students, yes, Swami, please tell us. Whatever you say, we'll do. And Swami thought, they all
Anush, you have gone offline. Anush, we are not able to hear you.
me.
Sai Ram, your voice was breaking, Anush.
Sorry, my connection is unstable. Let me just check. Okay, how's my voice now?
Yeah, now okay.
Okay, great. So, yeah, so Swami was just, students were saying, Swami, tell us what we can do for you. You've given us so much, you've given us everything, you've given us an education, you have fed us, you have, clothed us, you have sheltered us. So, what can we do?
Again, Anush, there is a
Forest, do tapas. Swami said, will you be happy? Am I audible?
And now you are, but you were not before.
Okay. So Swami says in the end, and what is Swami told them, will you be happy for me? That is all Swami wants. Be happy for me. Swami keeps saying in Telugu, me anande ma aharamu is my food. That is all need to do to keep Swami happy. Okay, that's all I wanted to. If there are any questions, I can hear them. Otherwise, we will end this session with Samasta Loka.
Thank you, Bhaiya. It was a wonderful
Thank you so
session.
much.
We really enjoyed a lot.
Shall we end the session then, Devi Aunty?
Yeah. I'm just telling Naveen to just
Session?
Yeah, we are ending. 1 minute. No?
Naveen, I think he's left.
No, he's at Dharmakshatra.
Okay.
So Anush, thank you so much. With all your busy schedule, you could make it and talk to the students, and I'm sure they have benefited a lot with the 8 S's. So, children, we want you to come out and interact with the speakers. So when they ask you questions, even if you are wrong, it's okay. But we want you to take part in these discussions, and that's how you learn. And today we had Anush with us. We are indeed very lucky to have had him. So thank you so much, Anush, once again. And we'll end the session with prayers. This once.
Yes, sorry, Auntie, I dropped out for a few seconds. Connection is unstable here.
I was just thanking you for coming and talking to the students, and I was telling them that, I'm sure they're benefited by
Thank you for
this.
the chance.
And some of them were very active, and I wish all of them are active in future, because that's how you learn from the speakers who come. And thank you so much, Anush, and thank you to all the students who could make it for this session. Please attend in large numbers, because we have only one session a month. So I request all of you to come whenever we are having these sessions. I think, Anush, you can just say Samasta Loka and we'll finish it off. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And let not just us be happy, let's pray that everybody is happy. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sairam, everyone.
Thank you.
Sairam Bhaiya, thank you
Sairam.
once again.
Sairam, sorry once again
Sairam
for
Bhaiya.
being late.
No, it's okay. But at least you could come. That's nice. Children, we are ending the session now. You can leave. Yeah. We'll meet you next time. Sairam.